In the recent few months, we've seen a lot of new devices launch with Oppo's ColorOS 7 on board. That's the latest version of Oppo's custom UI, and it comes with a lot of old features that we know and love, and it also adds some new ones into the mix. Today in this video, let's take a look at some of the most useful features that ColorOS 7 has brought to the table. Hey guys, Sash here from C4E Tech, and if you do end up finding this video interesting, please subscribe and consider turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. The Oppo Reno 3 Pro is one of the latest phones to come out with ColorOS 7. So I'm going to be demoing these features on the Reno 3 Pro. So let's kick things off with an India-centric feature that should come in pretty handy for everyone. DocVault. This is an app that lets us store digital copies of documents like Aadhaar, driving license, and even vehicle registration papers. Uploading documents to the app is super easy. We can upload government verified documents from our phone or download them from DigiLocker. We even have a separate pin for DocVault, although we can also use the fingerprint sensor. DocVault ensures important documents are always within easy reach. Next, we have Soloop, which is an AI-powered video editor that stitches together video or even pictures from your phone and then adds them to a soundtrack to make it into a good-looking video that can be easily shared on social media. Given the popularity of Instagram and TikTok, I'm sure many will find Soloop and its auto-editing capabilities useful. Talking about TikTok, we also have OSIE or Oppo Screen Image Engine on board here. We can toggle it on or off from the display settings, and what it does is basically intelligently increase the color saturation of the screen so that everything looks brighter and more vivid. Unfortunately, OSIE support is limited to a few apps, but that includes TikTok as well as Instagram. Moving on, game space. This has been part of ColorOS for a while now, but it's gotten a design makeover. They've even added a cool new opening animation to the mix. Functionality wise, what's new here is Oppo's Game Assistant. We can check CPU and GPU utilization. There's an option to block notifications, read messages, the usual stuff. Streamers will however appreciate the screenshot and record gameplay buttons. And what's more, we even have a pause button for recording. Of course, all functionality is accompanied by some under-the-hood optimizations. Oppo's new HyperBoost technology claims to increase the frames per second by as much as 38%. It also improves the touch response times by a claimed 16%. If you are into, say, PUBG or other battle royale games, this should be good news for you. Along with the performance improvements, we also get some new privacy-oriented features like privacy protection. This helps hide our personal information from social media. So how does this work? First, we have to choose the types of personal data leakage that we want to prevent. The options include calendar events, call history, contacts, and even messages. Once we are done, whenever an app requests for any of the above data, the phone sends back an empty package. We can also let the system intelligently decide which apps should have access to real information and which ones shouldn't using the smart protection toggle. Now that's not all. ColorOS 7 also brings in-payment protection. This adds an extra security layer to any e-wallet transaction. The support for the most popular e-wallets including Paytm, PhonePe, and even default banking applications. As for the files on the phone itself, we have file protection that alerts us if any third-party app is trying to delete images from the camera, screenshot, WeChat, or QQ folder. Then there's Private Safe, which basically acts as a file manager where we can safely store any of our documents, images, videos, basically files of any kind. We have to get an Oppo account to access this feature, but the process itself is pretty straightforward. Oh, and we can use biometrics to secure our Private Safe. While we are talking about security, we do get an inbuilt option that alerts us to harassing or fraudulent calls, even if it's an unknown number calling us for the first time. While we do have third-party apps that do this, it is nice to have this functionality baked into the software by default. Well, this one is not exactly a feature. The aesthetics is something I really found useful. By that I mean the new minimal look for the icons and the quick toggles. Along with it, we also get usability improvements here, like swiping down on the quick toggles. It brings them down, making it easier for single-handed usage. And in keeping with the new philosophy of uniformity, all activated toggles they now display a single color. That's not to say we don't have any customization options. We can choose from a bunch of new wallpapers, including live ones. There's a lot of icon customization options built right into the system. Like say we can choose the shape and size of an icon's background, even toggle the size of the logo within. Another thing I must give ColorOS 7 credit for is the animations on board. The whole interface feels snappier than before, and talking about animations, we can customize the one that appears when we scan our fingerprint. There are loads to choose from, but the last one, that's my personal favorite. Now, some of ColorOS 7's features, they are stock Android-ish. For example, we have a system-wide dark mode. It even comes with a toggle to force it on apps that don't already support it. The latter doesn't always work out, but I'm glad that the option is there. Then there are weather-based alarm tones which let us basically wake up to soothing sounds of nature. Oppo also has a focus mode which should help us put the phone down for a while and move away from the constant buzz of notifications and social media feeds. As far as digital wellness apps go, I think ColorOS 7 has found the right balance here. Speaking of balance, to balance juggling between work and personal life, Oppo have included a multi-user mode. This segregates work life from personal by creating two different user profiles, and we can switch between both. So these have been the most useful features that we've come across on ColorOS 7 with the Reno 3 Pro. Which of these features did you find the most useful? Do you feel I missed out on any of your favorite features? Let me know in the comments below. So that's about it for this video. We are at the end. Hope you found it interesting. If you did, please share the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you are already subscribed, go ahead, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. And I guess thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.